What's up, people? It's Randall with UnlockPiano.com, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the major scale. Now, the major scale is one of the most important things that you need to know when it comes to understanding how to play music by ear. The reason why the major scale is important is because every other scale that's played, whether it be a minor scale, melodic minor, natural minor, whatever type of scale it is going to be based off of the major scale. And if you don't know the major scale, then you're just going to have to go backwards and learn the major scale anyway. Okay, so, and another reason why the major scale is important is because the number system that we use to play by ear is also based off of the major scale. Now, when it comes to playing the major scale, there is a formula to the major scale, and that formula is pretty much made up out of a series of whole steps and half steps. Okay, so we have here the major scale formula. That major scale formula is made up of a series of whole steps and half steps, and let me show you what that is. So right here, we're just going to put a W for whole step. All right, and then we're going to put an H for half step. I hope you guys can see this. All right, so the major scale is made up of a series of whole steps and half steps, and the succession of those whole steps and half steps is it's going to be whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So if you take this formula and you apply it to any scale on the piano, then you'll be playing the major scale if you use this formula, and we're going to go into showing you how to do that. So what do I mean by a whole step? So let's talk about whole steps first. So pretty much what a whole step is any series of two keys played together in succession where there is one key in between. So let me show you what I mean. So let's take a look at my little keyboard that I drew up right here. So for instance, so let's say from here to here. From here to here is considered a whole step. Why? Because we have one key in between. So from here to here is a whole step. We have a key in between. From here to here is also considered a whole step because we have a key in between. So from here to here is also considered a whole step because we have a key in between. All right, so from here to here is a whole step because we have a key in between, and from here to here is considered a whole step because we have a key in between. All right, so that being said, let's talk about half steps. So what are half steps? A half step is any series of two keys played together in succession where there is no keys in between. So half step, from here to here is a half step because we have zero keys, or there are no keys in between. So from here to here, also considered a half step. From here to here, considered a half step because there are no keys in between. So from here to here is a half step. There are no keys in between. Let's say from here to here is also considered a half step because there are no keys in between. All right, so if you take this major scale formula, if you play in a series of whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, no matter what key you're playing in on the whole entire keyboard, then you are gonna be playing your major scale, and that applies again. It applies to any key. It works. So let's go over to the keyboard, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit more in depth how to form that major scale on the piano. All right, guys, so as we discussed before, we talked about the major scale formula being a series of whole steps and half steps in the sequence of whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So let's take C. All right, let's say we're going to play the major scale in the key of C, and we're going to take that formula whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, and we're going to apply it to the key of C, and we're going to play the major scale. And what that looks like, we're just going to walk through it slowly, and then we're going to go back and play the whole scale all the way through. Okay, so what that looks like if we play a whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So from here to here, we got a whole step. So that's whole, that's starting it off. So whole, and then from here to here is a whole step. So you got whole, whole, then we got a half step, half, whole, 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 half. One more time. So from here to here is a whole step because we got a key in between. From here to here is a whole step because we got a key in between. From here to here is a half step because no keys in between. From here to here is a whole step because we got a key in between. From here to here is a whole step because we got a key in between. And from here to here, also a whole step because we got a key in between. And from here to here is a half step because there are no keys in between. So, and that's what your major scale should sound like in every single key. All right, so whole, 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 half, whole, 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 half. All right, so let's take that to another key. Let's try the key of F. And let's play the major scale. All right, so we got that major scale. It's going to be again a series of whole steps and half steps in the sequence of whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. One more time. So from here to here is a whole step because we got a key in between. From here to here is a whole step because we got a key in between. From here to here is a half step because there are no keys in between. From here to here, a whole step because we got a key in between. So whole step. And then from here to here, also a whole step because we got a key in between. From here to here is a whole step because we got a key in between. And from here to here is a half step because we have no keys in between. And if you take a look at it, also in any key, if you just remember that on the 3 and a 4, there are no whole steps. So 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 are the only two half steps within that major scale. So 1, 2, so back to the key of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. To the key of F. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only two half steps. And then 7 and 8. Only two half steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, guys, so now that you understand the major scale, you need to make sure that you're taking this formula, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, and you're applying it to every single key across the whole entire keyboard, and it works. Does not matter what key you're playing in, it will work every single time. All right, so that being said, I want you guys to go to my website, www.unlockpiano.com, and when you subscribe, I'm going to be giving you my major scale and circular fourths chart. Now, on that chart, we're going to have every single major scale on the whole entire piano, on the whole entire keyboard laid out for you, so there won't be any excuses for you not to know your major scale. Also, when you subscribe, you will be notified of any new courses and any new content that we have coming to our website for you guys to indulge in and purchase at your own convenience. All right, guys, that's my time. I appreciate you watching. Like, share, and subscribe on this video, and we'll see you guys next time.